For years, I've been telling people stress makes you sick. It increases the risk of everything from the common cold to cardiovascular disease. Basically, I've turned stress into the enemy, but I have changed my mind about stress. And today, I want to change yours. Let me start with the study that made me rethink my whole approach to stress. This study tracked 30,000 adults in the United States for 8 years, and they started asking people how much stress have you experienced in the last year. They also asked, do you believe that stress is harmful for your health? And then they used public death records to find out who died. Okay, some bad news first. People who experienced a lot of stress in the previous year had a 43% increased risk of dying. But that was only true for people who also believe that stress is harmful for your health. People who experienced a lot of stress but did not view stress as harmful were not more likely to die. In fact, they have the lowest risk of dying of anyone in the study, including people who had relatively little stress. So this study got me wondering, can changing how you think about stress make you healthier? And here the science says yes. When you change your mind about stress, you can change your body's response to stress. Now, to explain how this works, I want you all to pretend that you are participants in a study designed to stress you out. It's called the social stress test. You come into the laboratory and you're told to have to give a 5-minute impromptu speech on your personal weaknesses to a panel of experienced evaluators sitting right in front of you. And to make sure you feel the pressure, there are bright lights and a camera in your face, kind of like this. And the evaluators have been trained to give you discouraging, non-verbal feedback like this. If you were actually in this study, you'd probably be a little stressed out. Your heart might be pounding. You might be breathing faster, maybe breaking out into a sweat. And normally, we interpret these physical changes and anxiety to signs that we aren't coping very well with the pressure. But what if you view them instead as signs that your body was atomized, was preparing you to meet this challenge? Now, this is exactly what participants were told in a study conducted at Harvard University. Now in a typical stress response, your heart rate goes up and your blood vessels contract like this. And this is one of the reasons that chronic stress is something associated with cardiovascular disease. It's not really healthy to be in this state all the time. But in a study, when participants viewed their stress response as helpful, their blood vessels stayed relaxed like this. Their heart was still pounding, but this is a much healthier cardiovascular profile. It actually looks a lot like what happened in moments of joy and courage. Over a lifetime of stressful experience, this one biological change could be the differences between a stress-induced heart attack at age 15 and living well into your 90s. And this is really what the new science of stress reveals, that how you think about stress matters. So my goal as a health psychologist has changed. I no longer want to get rid of your stress. I want you to make you better at stress.